Hideaway Homestead. Carol and I went and picked strawberries today, and this is part of the harvest that we got. We have lots of them.
18 quarts.
Yeah, 18 quarts. It's a lot of strawberries. So we're getting ready to wash them and process them and do something with them. This is the rest of the strawberries that wouldn't fit into the kitchen just a minute ago. This is some inside the cooler, and there's the rest of them. This is some of the strawberries in the sink here. This is how we clean them up. We have to put them in cold water in the sink to wash them because they get quite sandy. And then we put them into this colander over here to drain the water off. We're processing strawberries now. I got the job of cutting the tops off of these. So I'm going to sit here and cut the tops off, put them in this bowl here, and then Carol's going to do something with them from here. Not real sure where all they're going to end up. I think we're going to probably make some strawberry pies and probably do some other stuff with them too. Maybe make some jam out of some of them or whatever. We also like to freeze them whole, and then we can use them throughout the year to make smoothies. In the summertime in Florida, smoothies are a welcome treat. So we'll probably make a lot of them out of that too. So anyway, as I continue cutting strawberries, one of the things that we wanted to point out is that whenever we go and pick what they call you-pick strawberries, it saves a lot of money. We figured out that we've saved about over $50 probably by getting these ourselves over what we would pay in the store. So that's quite a savings for our homestead, is to be able to get stuff like this and not have to pay the retail prices that you have to pay in the store when you get them. One of the things also that we try to do when we pick these, we put them into bowls. We carry lots of containers, different things to put them in when we're in the field. And we try to put them into shallow containers, not stack them on top of each other or put a whole lot in, because the more you put in, the heavier they are, and then they start to get squished and they don't do so well. So that's another tip that we like to try to stick to whenever we're picking strawberries especially.
He's making some good progress. Look at this so far. Looking good.
Oh yeah.
Next stage, I get to slice them. As we thought about, also we like to use these for strawberry shortcakes through the year. Maybe we'll make some shortcake tonight. There are two types of shortcake that the people around here like. Some people like the cake, like a yellow cake, and some people like the biscuit style. At the local strawberry festival, they every year offer both. We like the biscuit style right now, so maybe tonight we'll have that for our snack time.
Wonder what kind everybody else likes.
Yeah, maybe you can give us some suggestions. Which is your preference? You like the shortcake cake style, like a yellow cake, or do you like the biscuit style?
Let us know. This is what we've got so far. We have 13 bags of strawberries. These over here are whole. We can use those for smoothies throughout the year, or whatever we want to use those for. We can just put sugar on them and eat them like they are. These over here are sliced. And we can put these on strawberry shortcake or whatever we want to use those for, so that worked out pretty good. And here's another bowl full that we haven't done anything with yet. And this is just part of what we have. We still have more outside in the cooler that we haven't brought in yet, so those are going to be the next ones to go. So stay tuned.
This is Carol. Through the years and generations, actually, my family has enjoyed making the freezer form of strawberry jam. rather than doing the water bath canner, which is very good, but the frozen strawberry jam to me seems to be just like fresh smashed strawberries. It is so tasty. It keeps its color forever. They're in the freezer and we just love eating it. We've given gobs of it away to people and they're always appreciative, it seems, and it's so easy to do. We use the Surto brand of the liquid pectin. Comes in a little pouch like this, and so you add that to your mixture of your fruit. I don't know if you can do another brand like Sure-Gel. I think they might be owned by the same company. Don't know if that will work for this, but this is what we've always bought in the past. The recipe does not require cooking. So what you do is you take 4 cups of sugar, and they advise do not cut back on the amount of sugar. And then you have 2 cups of the smashed strawberries, or I suppose at least the juice. What we have found to be helpful is to use a pie plate like this and a potato masher to get these all mashed up, because you want to have very small pieces of the fruit and not big chunks. The big chunks rise to the top, and then you end up with clear jelly-like on the bottom and big chunks of fruit on the top. It tastes good, but it doesn't look as nice, and sometimes you want to have real fruit in what you're calling jam. I suppose that's what makes the difference between jam and jelly. So we will measure in our liquid measure cup 1 cup more of this, because we had the first cup already smashed and poured into our bowl. So I'll do 1 more cup. Let's see how close we come estimating this here. May always need a few more tablespoons. On a liquid measure cup, you go to the line, not to the top of the cup when you're measuring. And for this type of a recipe, it is important that you follow their prescribed measurements, because if you don't do things in the right proportions, it may not set or may not taste right, I suppose. So I'm going to do I'll do just a few more berries just to make sure that this is right up to the 1 cup measure, and then we'll start stirring them in together. About got away from me there. Okay, so I will add this to the bowl with the other cup of berries and the 4 cups of sugar. They ask you to mix these together thoroughly and then let it set set it aside, I guess you could say, for 10 minutes while the sugar gets absorbed into the fruit and the juices. Seems to me it sort of pulls the juice, the sugar pulls the juice out of the berries and makes it into a nicer mixture. This is enough here. There's no more white sugar showing separate from the red berries. So we'll set this aside for about 10 minutes, come back, and start mixing in the Surto and the other ingredients. The instructions for the Surto pectin have a section. One side of the page is for cooked jams and jellies. The other side, with the blue, I guess that's sort of a universal color language, your choice, is for the frozen jellies. So we are using the blue section. This mixture of sugar and fruit and juice has sat here undisturbed, really, for over 10 minutes. The next step asks you to take one of these pouches, and I already slit it open with my handy dandy scissors, and I'm just cheap enough, or thrifty is a better word, I'm sure, that I squeeze every bit of that out. Then you add 2 tablespoons of lemon juice. Now the instructions call for fresh lemons, but I've read recently that fresh lemons may have differing acidity levels, and if you buy the prepared lemon juice, that it will be always the same acidity level. So this time, rather than get lemon seeds and have to pick them out like I usually do, I know how to do it without that, but anyway, rather than doing that type of lemon, I've gone with the lemon juice. You mix the pectin and the lemon juice together. I like to use a little plastic container to do that mixing, just because lemon juice acidity might cause problems. I'm pouring this mixture of the 2 tablespoons of lemon juice and the full pectin packet in here to my mixture of fruit, and I'm going to switch over to a wooden spoon. Sometimes I don't know my own strength when it comes to stirring. The instructions say to stir this mixture for at least 3 minutes, or until the sugar crystals are completely dissolved. So we will not show you what 3 minutes of stirring looks like. You'll just have to trust us that we're really timing this. We have stirred, I have stirred for the minimum of 3 minutes and then a little bit longer. It's time now to pour this mixture into containers that will go into the freezer. What we have found recently to be very effective is these little square containers. We bought them the other day, 5 of them for $1 at the Dollar Tree. And the thing that I like about these is that they freeze quickly, and they're stackable, and they take up the least amount of space possible, I suppose, in the freezer. In the past, we often used items like this, old frosting containers, or just other small, clear, or not so clear containers. The problem with some of these is they don't fit as well in the freezer, and for this one I can't see what's inside of it. Sometimes we get a surprise where it's leftover beef stew instead of strawberry jam. I'm leaving a little bit of space at the top of this for it to expand when we put it in the freezer. These will be set on the counter for 24 hours to gel, and then you put them either in the fridge, the instructions say for up to 3 weeks, or you can put them in the freezer and they'll last at least a year if you don't eat them before then. So I'm going to go ahead, finish putting these into the containers. We'll leave them on the countertop overnight until tomorrow evening, and then we'll go on to batch number 2, try to get rid of these strawberries while they're still fresh. This is a good way to end the day with another good snack out of our strawberries. We like the biscuit-style shortcakes. Kevin whipped these up using a baking mix thing. We've got our leftover smashed strawberries with a little bit of sugar. We're going to have a nice snack time and enjoy our strawberries one more way today. Thanks for watching with us. Please remember to subscribe to our channel. Give us some comments. We'd really like to have a vote going here for whether you prefer the biscuit style or the yellow cake style of shortcakes. Give us some of your strawberry picking experiences and just communicate with us. Give us a thumbs up.